that you should be creating quality content. So just go ahead and hit continue. Now this is a captcha. It does not always appear. This is a new account, so it's just giving me some little extra security. So you'll probably see it too. So you just type what you see there. If you have trouble seeing it, you can go ahead and press this little icon here. It'll refresh it and show a new one. Or you can press this icon here. It's audio, and it'll give you a recording. So as long as that's correct, we'll hit continue, and we get a new hub rolling. Now again, this is not the first take of this video, so I have a couple of versions already rolling. So let's go ahead and cancel that out, and we'll swing over to the one I actually have in progress. Okay, so this is basically what the page looks like. It would be empty, but this is what the page looks like when you first start. Gives you your capsule options, some additional options, and then an area where you can compose things. Now I'm going to suggest that you write your content in Microsoft Word, OpenOffice, or in my case Notepad, so you can have a backup of it and be able to reference it for many reasons. But see, all I did was use edit and make sure I had a title, and then I hit save, and then that was added to my hub. I'll just go over real quick what some of the options here are in your text editor. To use it, you would highlight something. So let's say I wrote an article on online dating, and if that was something that I wanted to pound home to my reader. Now keep in mind, readers aren't readers. They're scanners for the most part until you draw them in. And depending on what your goal is, where that reader is going to end up, sometimes it's okay if they stay a scanner. But let's make sure they know that that I'm writing an article on online dating. Which I'm not, but that's what it does. Now you can also italicize or underline. And there's some small search engine optimization factors as far as bolding of keywords and possible italicizing and underlining, but it's not relevant to this particular tutorial. The other feature you may like, bolted lists work great in online writing. So you'd be able to turn something into a list. Simply by typing it and highlighting it. Well, who knows what happened there, and I'm not going to fix it. I guess I am. Alright, and you also want to build links. Links are very important, and they're very easily done. You simply highlight, and then a box will appear, and then you can pick. We'll go ahead and use my developing YouTube channel, and then you just stick in a URL. So I grabbed that right from the address bar, and slight lag going on here. I have a 15 Windows voice recorder program, Photoshop, but it's okay. There you go. So now that's linked, and beautiful. So we have an article, a link, and you got a little bolted list there. Now, here's the photo capsule up here. You would just hit photo. It would appear in your organizational area, and you can hit edit, and then it'll allow you to upload or import. Upload would be, if you grab it right from your computer there, or import would be to stick an address in, like I had done earlier. Now when it brings in the picture, then you're going to have the option of naming your source and the source URL. We'll get into details of attributing your images and what's appropriate to use and what isn't at a future date. In this case, this little quirky fellow is a piece of clip art that I'm allowed to freely use as I please. So he doesn't get any attribution. But what I'm going to do is a caption. A caption on HubPages pictures is the same as alt text. And that's, once again, later we'll go into that. But just as you want your text properly organized and categorized to help the search engines bring your content to the viewer, having images that are properly categorized and associated will do the same thing. So it's a small factor, and it's something that's simply overlooked. So go ahead and hit save. And the next option is video. So I already got a video preloaded here, but you do video capsule, and you hit edit. Now it's going to ask you for a URL or embed code, and you can get that from Blip TV, Metacafe, Rever, Vimeo, Yahoo Videos, or YouTube. I've only used Vimeo and YouTube, and most of us only use YouTube. I happen to have a YouTube video. I had it pulled up here, and this is actually about this nifty little toolbar up here, which is the 6-day challenge Hubs Academy toolbar. But you go to whatever video that was relevant and appropriate to your writing, and if it helped out yours, you should use it. I often use a video of unboxing or a product example when I do product hubs. So you would hit share, and then it gives you the option. And I go ahead and copy that, go back to my hub, stick it in, and then I would hit preview video, and it preloads right here. So make sure you save. And now that I have a bunch of these little capsule guys, I can show you that they're easily moved around. I can either use the arrow, move it left or right, up and down. Never seen that before. Don't worry, that's probably just some fluke with the recording. It doesn't work that way. You can also use the reorder option over here to make big and quick edits. Do that later. We also have news and RSS. And that essentially will bring in dynamic content from another location. The news feed, just went and clicked that and see how it appeared over here. We'll scroll down and take a look at that. And it actually automatically used my title term as a search. But you could use other terms if you'd like. Now, it is possible that the news feed will be something useful for your reader, and it is something dynamic that can make your page seem as if it's changing. But it's also places that they could lead through and maybe never come back. That in no way helps your mission. So it's not something I often use. A very similar feature is an RSS. And we'll start from the beginning here. And what that does is pull in a feed from another location. So this is a good way to be a little more controlling over what's going to appear. Now, in my case, I pulled the feed right from the HubPages Academy. Stuck the URL in there. There you go. Comments usually close an article online. Your reader is going to be used to having the option to comment at the end of the article. Discussions about usefulness of comments, including or not including, we can have another time, but that's what that capsule does. Now we have poll and quiz. Not that different. And if you have something that may have a divisive topic or something happening in the news, you might enjoy having a poll or quiz for your own interest into how people respond to your writing or to the topic. But from another standpoint, if you look over the writing web copy that sells, you'll notice the suggestions of involvement devices. and usually wouldn't be returning to a hub page, but it's the closest we have. So you might want to look over that concept and see if perhaps the poll or the quiz may have some suggested uses that you may not have thought of on your own. Then eBay and Amazon are two of your ways of monetizing. AdSense is your other way of monetizing, and AdSense is automatically added to a page. Now, how you lay out your article is going to change how that AdSense appears, and how it appears is very important to how your viewers are going to relate to it. And that's a whole nother article and video on its own. For now, I'll just show you an example of Amazon, because it's going to be your very first affiliate partner. They will accept you right into the program. So you hit add, and then Amazon capsule will appear. Then you hit edit. So give you two choices. You can either select keywords, and I went with marketing copywriting. But how about I go with now for the HubPage, Hub Academy's account, I'm going to be very specific and precise. Everything I recommend is going to be something I do use and recommend. And so I actually own this book. So I don't want a random keyword book in here. I want something that'll will stick to the professionalism I'm trying to project. But sometimes if you're doing a random hot product in the news, you're doing the latest Nintendo item or CD or something, you just put in the keyword. It doesn't matter which one of those copies of it comes up, or your reader, viewer, was most likely coming to just buy that item in the first place, and you can provide it for them, and then you don't have to worry about whether it goes out of stock or not. eBay works in the same way as with just a search, and but you're not going to get into the eBay program right away. We'll get you into the eBay program, but that would be a later date. Table and quiz and code. We already went over quiz. Code is a way of putting code. You wouldn't be watching this video if you didn't tell you what a code capsule was. Table is good for pulling in spreadsheet information, perhaps reading some about finance. I've used it for keywords. And maps will bring in a Google map capsule, allow you to put into an address. I guess it's preloaded to the HubPages location, I think. But you just go ahead and put in any address, and there you go. I just made one up. Yeah, it works for me. And there you go. You get to add a map. So it works for maybe your restaurant, travel, vacation stuff. And you can set that up, move things around, make it look pretty, and we can talk about some, powerful templates. But now you know what each of these icons use, and the most important thing to do at the end is make sure you publish. Now, this is pretty haphazard. I'm not going to be publishing it, so I'm going to save it unpublished. And at this point, we've done all of the options within assembling your first hub, and feel free to leave comments about anything I missed. And there we go. It's 4:41 a.m. This is the fourth take, and I'm happy to say goodbye.